嗯，应该是要这样。所以外围的不一定要这样淋。那柠檬色的，等等，感觉还是缺了什么？还是这个也可以移，对吗？哎，好，这个可以移的话，线这个不对，是这个。这个
Open.
open。
Martin Hamish's locker. A review on rare and exotic plants. Martin Hamish has written several pieces. Father and I, Kew Gardens.
秘书长先生，秋园最近发生的这些事情让我更加坚定想要申请管理职位。正如我在上一封信提到的那样，我相信没有人比我更适合这个职位。尽管蒙塔古邓恩健在，我明白你保留了我的建议，你的理由很官方，因此我很乐意遵守。但是现在秋园陷入混乱，我怎能坐视不管？我怎能让他……我怎么能让一些没有意愿的新手来接管他？我敦促你迅速做出决定，这样我也能全心投入到工作中去，也能让我安心。哦，是那个刻薄的人，不是刻薄的人，是冷漠的人。
Martin Hamish. Albert's locker.
父亲与我秋园，等等等等等。我刚刚还以为那个是那个他儿子的那个，就是那个看起来有点软弱的男生照片，最后他爸。哦，这个看来非常的重要。
Specialist Albert. A rejection letter from the British Royal Naval College.
蛇，我很抱歉通知你，尽管你的入学成绩相当优秀，但是我们还是不能邀请你加入皇家海军学院。你的父亲蒙塔古邓恩先生表达了他强烈愿望，要你成为秋园的主任。很明显，他不会让你参加为期1年的海军训练。祝你在秋园有个美好的未来。尊敬的 J.N. 勒马尔上。皇家海军培训中心的主任，我的天，他应该很生气，气噗噗。等，T，我看到了，你叫我用 T 对不对
A picture of Miss White and Albert in front of the University of London.
And they seem to get along.
Miss White's locker. Apparently, Miss White is a capable student. A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
亲爱的母亲与父亲，我没有办法，只好向你写信求助。我的研究和住房花费比我预期的要贵得多，因此我担心我将无力长期支撑。我知道我们过去有争执，但是你不会如此无情的让你女儿因为缺钱而放弃研究吧？他喷高级香水呢。其实他信在那边，代表他没有寄出去喽。当然也有可能是因为被退回来，但是机会大吧。
A vanity purse. It is of high quality.
你看吧，他就是喷高的，他该不会真的跟那个搞一腿？玛格丽特，我们所以是回信。玛格丽特，我们收到你的来信，感到很震惊。你怎么会突然向我们索取金钱？你离开了我们这么多年，就没想过我们的感受？你总会跟我们分享你在大学的成功，但你现在突然来要钱了。我们认为你一定看不起我们，因为我们不像您的新朋友那样拥有高尚的地位。是的，我们是普通人。不过你得学会把家庭放在第一位。我们的家早就不复存在，我们没有损害他们的名誉。而且看来你已经有新的雇主了，邓恩先生。不，玛格丽特，是你让我们感到羞耻。所以他的家人觉得他因为钱而不，就是一个那个叫什么现实吗？那个我记得好像还有更好的说法，不过简单来讲，应该就算现实吧。然后就是也有点觉得自己应该是比较高尚或者是高等一点的那种感觉。亲爱的玛格丽特，我知道你目前的经济问题正困扰着你，我向你保证，我不会让你保持这种困境。我出生于一个富有的家庭，如果你接受我的帮助，我觉得这是我的荣幸。仆人，爱情的仆人吗？天啊，真是混乱。
Miss White's locker.
你们知不知道你们家很变态呀？变态。有拼拼凑凑游戏会拼拼凑凑吗？怀特小姐家族拒绝资助她的研究，他们不喜欢蒙塔古邓恩。是因为蒙塔古邓恩，他认为他是浪荡子。
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
I do not think so. This photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
Okay.
No, I couldn't say that. They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work. But Dunn always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh, yes. He provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father. So it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
There is a bust of Montague Dunn in the nursery.
A bust? Oh, that old thing. Further proof of that outrageous ego of his.
But why in that room, in particular?
Oh, I don't know. It has always been there.
It is strange, because I recovered a fragment of the bust inside the Colonial Collection Room.
Really? Oh, well, so I am mistaken. It ought to have been removed during the cleanup. This room is so small.
Do you know who moved it?
I have no idea. Surely Mr. Dunn requested it. Do you have any more questions like this? Because fragments of rock are not my responsibility.
Evidently.
目前他的嫌疑最大。
Thank you, Mr. Hamish.
他的嫌疑
We shall
太
continue
大
our
了，
investigation.
反而觉得可以。但是其实这游戏玩到现在，其实它还蛮耿直的，我觉得一个耿直的游戏，耿直的推理游戏。来啦，他的仆人，仆人你好。
I perceive.
Passionate? No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so interested in plants.
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here. It has never been about anything else.
我觉得他是为了怀特。
And yet I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
Ah, you truly are as clever as they say. Yes, that's correct. And in fact, my father was strongly against the idea. He did his best to ruin my plans, although I almost did succeed. But my dreams were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Excuse me, but I have to tidy up this room.
Kew Gardens is such an exciting place. Wouldn't you agree?
Go home。这也不能 tab 超猛，可以啦。可能刚刚还在讲话嘛，Go home Go home。只有一个吗？我记得还有很多东西呢。哦，还是那只是问。只有一个吗？哭哦。衣帽间除外。那还不至于要 Go home。找到遗失的，他还是要去，也没有人可以问啊。调查球员的行政建筑，找出蒙塔古登恩的 托比，对，要去找托比。虽然是需要沟通的，再次沟通。看的本本跟我的本本一样吗？跟我找到的东西一样吗？还是就只是贴上去的 ？Toby， 全英国，你在看那个女人吗
？Someone should take Toby for a walk. Have you found something interesting?
全英国最敏锐的鼻子。
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do. Let us go to Kew Gardens. Oh dear, Toby. I wasn't aware that you were Watson's new literary agent.
Go, Toby, go.
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
Toby, go. Go, Toby. 托比正在闪烁。继续。
Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance. Search, Toby. Search.
哦，我现在是托比，棒，我是托比。撞。我是会跑步的托比，我是托比，勇敢的托比。Smells good.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found. This is the bottle that was used and there is still some a tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of the bottle.
可是毒毛毛虫跟毒人又是一回事吧？只能检测它，确定它有毒，但是
What should we do next, Holmes?
毒谁见得毒得起来呀？
Excuse me, but I have to tidy up this room.
要回去检验是不是？很好。
Let us determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis. This is the bottle that we found hidden at Kew Gardens.
有吸那么多吗？
A colorless, water-based liquid. Quite a strong floral aroma.
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So, what do you think it is?
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
可爱家伙，冒泡泡，凝固，石灰。
Small colorless crystals.
盐。
Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you. I need to take a pip.
Ooh. 红色的呢。
Red sediment. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination.
有机。
This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual
棒哦。 是怀特吗？
Just be careful with the plants during your inspection.
我觉得我直接去找怀特比较快。当然也有可能，他不会现在就让我开启对话，因为毕竟没有直接指向是怀特，只是觉得就是他那样。
Oh, Mr. Montague Dunn, it is so awful. Hugh Garden, poor Mr. Montague Dunn, it is so awful.
是的，正如我所想的原因。那我们再去翻翻其他东东吧。 东东。
The seeds of plant species are stored.
行政区域。
A thesis. A glasses case. This poster. This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes.
他的意思是说，福尔摩斯的实验台非常的乱。
This is
only this. A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory. I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything.
Martin Hamish's perception of plants. The notion of communication in the plant world has long been considered marginal, yet I remain convinced that some plants do indeed transmit chemical signals in the event of attack.
A study report by Martin Hamish. Study report.
看来他们两个在这方面蛮接近的嘛，说不定他们两个也有关系哦。毕竟一个许多男人的地方，出现了一个伟大的女人，优秀的女人，应该这么说。
A botany book. A botany. This student's book belongs to Albert. Chemicals.
就这个。
Chemical. Such masks are... It appears that...
空的，所以代表有人使用咯。
Gloves, waterproof aprons.
Do they grow?
也可能本来就是有2套。
Special... Martin, a review. Miss White's locker. These These...
够吗？
The goat. But what? There was several.
Just be careful with the plants during your inspection.
Excuse me, but
还有什么地方没看到的？
The smell is. These wind. The door. This door. The door hand.
办公楼，所以其实有三层，看起来好像是有3层啊，又好像不是。就是这个是我们进来的地方，然后进去这里面，可是是衣柜。 中律师，通风系统。
A ventilation.
没有门啊，不懂。看起来确实是3层啊。哦，是这个吗？ 哦！我亲爱的玛格丽特，在我们上一次谈话后，我认为持续秋园的工作对你来讲是最好的选择。哦，是不是他们合作要把他爹干掉呢？他是不是怕他去干涉他儿子啊？ 选择说白了，我不再资助你，你能够自力更生了。正如你自己说的那样，好吧，我还给你自由，只能祝你好运。 哦。
Newspapers discuss.
球员团队宣布成功培育出新品种的大麦，能够完全抵御寒冷。他们把它取名为西伯利亚大麦。马丁·哈什米神先生，这个嫁接品种的骄傲培育者，将在下个星期一早上对这个课题举行专门的新闻发布会。好可怕哦！是牛味。
A photograph of Montague. A photo.
Champagne.
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste. French wine.
好，去厕所的好时机。老实说，我觉得最有可能就是那个女的，或者是那个女的跟那个寂寞的男人有点关系，因为那个女的感觉她自己，她很明确知道那个男孩是可以利用的。 这样太多顺序要记了吧？希望他让我开个几个就可以，不然我就要画图了。画图很累的。该不会真的要画图吧？哎，其实可以耶，我想到一个好方法可以记。或许它有它的规律在。好，来，左2，右2，左3，再来是。右3，对，右3。好，来，左2，右2，左3，右3，左3。左3，还是左4？哎，左4，所以等等应该是右4哦。我们来试试看。左5，1 2 1 2 1 2 3。1 2 3，然后如果它是5的话，那右边也会是5，那样就结束了。2 3 4 5。对，要转回去，应该是我自己也觉得要转回去，可是我按的时候它是往那边转，可能一下子脑子坏掉了。来。这个就不太要看了，我知道了。觉得它的规律还蛮稳的。1 2 3 4 5。1 2 3 4 5，除非他又要搞左边2下，然后再跑过去右边2下那样。或者是3下。亲爱的朋友，已经收到了3封信件，请允许我对此表示不满。我父你前是来为我辩护，而不是指责我。球员是皇家学院，我们授权到世界各地旅行，以拯救最濒临绝种的物种——蚁秀植物。我们的职责是保护这些物种，防止它们被坏人利用。你所谈到的圣辛迪加没有任何权利持有这些珍贵的植物。记住，1889年7月14日的案件。因此，我代表球员再次要求你给出这些植物的拥有证明。文件将于星期一发给你。P.S. 星期2布多恩金再见，跟往常一样。邓塔古邓恩，蒙塔古邓恩。扑朔迷离。邓恩先生，这是我们最后一次询问你。为了要回我们挚爱的姐妹们，你没有任何权利是一个特殊癖好的男人呢，而且他这个是常常。 那个什么神圣的标志，圣地圣什么迪迦的，圣安迪迦，圣什么迪迦，他们不是你的奴隶，你的许可权并不合法，你所谓的一切都是谎言，你的借口我们不用再谈了。1889年6月14日的案件，报社已经报道的很明显了。你所做的一切真令人恶心。我肯定的告诉我们不会放弃家人。我肯定的告诉你，我们不会放弃家人。我们曾经适应了你，但我们感到后悔。圣辛迪加。
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
哦。为什么要？就是一个自卑变成了自大吗？
What should we do?
但是也是他的性格，也可能吧，自卑引起的自卑的自大。那我们现在应该找谁呢？这个我们可以去查资料，然后看一下哦，要打勾勾了吗？有，好，我们去查资料吧。现在找那个女的，不知道有没有得问，可是他说那个没得问，不，应该说不要问他。
That is not the one I need.
圣辛迪加俱乐部丑闻。圣辛迪加俱乐部由神王吹完的信徒们组成，位于卡尔顿路文纳街48号。职务特别是树木保护者，是目前行政调查的主题。该组织的领袖怀疑有金融泄职行为，这次调查可能导致司法指控。然而，很多人反对这次调查，并谴责政府。事实上，这种私人组织其宗旨在保护大自然，并与很多有名的人物进行合作，其中包括反对党的政界代表。
Here it is. And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunn.
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
哦，我好像看过这个地图，在包装纸可能有印吧，广告之一，因为是比较特别的地图。结果是一个其他案件的单独一个。
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock.
算重要的。
I am exalting the sap.
地图。
A while, can you wait? From the trace of elements, and moreover, from the quality of the ambient geotropism, it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance. Do not disturb.
Disturbed is most definitely the word.
There. Completed is the symbiosis. Welcome you are. To introduce myself, I shall. I am the Green Grand Mystic.
The Green Grand Mystic? Himself?
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
We are two gentlemen who are extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
It is a school of anastomosis, the divine scholastic syndicate for vegetation veneration and meditation. You may say, the divine syndicate, glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom and its wisdom. And to be permitted, you must earn it. Yes.
We visited Kew Gardens, and we found your symbols on their flower pots.
Coincidence, I am thinking. They would scavenge our refuse. It would not surprise me.
It was merely an observation. Green Grand Mystic, we are ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
Our God King's name is Treewan, Green Grand Mystic.
Oh la, good, good, I like you. Here is the holy key to the wisdom place. Holy donation, can you make one?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I pray you to taste our fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps to free.
But of course.
Raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
But也可能是一些令人放心的檀木啊之类的。Dragon， 不是呆那首，是 Dragon。
Well, we will
follow my path, and better you will feel.
门口，入口，这是门口，对不对？所以所谓的入口是那边。场。
A fragment of a flower pot. A fragment. Fragments. The Kew Gardens symbol.
他们在交换礼物吗？交换成品？那所谓他们提炼的奇怪东西的成品之类的。 华生怎么还在那？可能华生就被设定会待在那。
That should be the raw sap that the Green Grand Mystic spoke of.
那个研究出来的，不是就是我们做测试做出来的那个东西。
It is rather delicious, and of an excellent quality.
My word, Holmes, their sap is like a form of cocaine.
毒品。哇，那我也算猜对。
My word.
多吃一点，不知道会不会怎么样。
My word. My word. My word. My word.
好像没有什么特殊的。
My word.
特殊的效果。嘿，你怎么来了？
Green.
好酷，真不愧是中国风，神秘的东方色彩，勇气。
Osmosis and photosynthesis.
This must be
渗透和光合作用。让我们一起来体会这世界的奥妙。这是臭臭花吗？人参。
caterpillars. They are raised as food for certain plants.
植物的食物。
Let's take them.
肥料吗？然后你要检查那个虫虫，不对啊，植物的食物，所以虫虫吃虫虫吃植物，植物吃虫虫。算了，反正研究虫虫，说不定可以知道那植物里面有什么，或者是他想要让植物变成什么样子。
A tropical. A tropical. A tropical. A tropical. A tropical. These three plants are identical to the ones shown at the
什么展示会？你怎么知道展示会的植物长什么样子？我怎么不知道？是因为什么东西我没有看得仔细吗？这个好像也像。
A tropical. A tropical.
想说他有说什么补充草啊之类的这种东西。Don't touch.
This door is
合适。这个没有办法移动，但是这个有办法。想办法先让他们可以合为一吧。 很好，这样他们这个是对的。哎，不对，骗我，而且我还被骗了。这应该是对，没错。好，这么至少我们知道这一坨是对的。那么我们看这个要怎么配合这个呢？好。酷暗房。我喜欢这种暗暗的感觉，然后又有一堆木头啊，想梦。它是把一些虚幻的事放在一起嘛？虚幻。
These instruments
充满毒品的树界。
This substance, this cabinet, that would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments.
花很多精神去冥想，所以都没有发现有两个怪人在那边解锁，或者是他不在意。
That
情中花鸟倚兰，塞外风沙，犹至寒夜，听胡茄，折杨柳，叫人意气忆长安。时代有对吗？我们应该差不多吧，因为这应该已经算工业或者是什么，对，
A vast amount of opium.
乍看之下像槟榔。
The list of
看来华生会传音录事哦。诶，没有啊，华生你到底在哪里？我以为你还在这里的。华生。
Do you have
none? Not worthy there.
Nevertheless, we have seen Kew Gardens flower pots in your yard. How could they happen to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search? Sacrilege.
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago, and we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us, were you involved?
No. Those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe.
Done.
Yes, that's what I said. He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the exhibition at his green fly-infested gardens.
Oh?
But he never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility. So we went in and saved them.
I see. So if you stole those rare plants from them, then it means... Ah, I get it. Bravo, Holmes. I think the case is solved.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were unable to find our 3 plants.
I beg your pardon. And yet you took all of the exotic plants from the stand.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
Well, we will leave you to your meditation.
我觉得一定是那个，目前觉得，好啦，应该说那个可能性比较大。还是他想让他炼制毒品？这个应该去问人，对不对？ 或者是调查。
Perfect, Watson. We can begin our experiment.
This green grand mystic fellow seems rather suspicious, Holmes. What should we do next, Holmes?
Oh dear, Toby. I wasn't aware that you were Watson's new literary agent. I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening... This plant seems to have...
Oh! 哎呦，吓死我！哦，他说十重的是这个，
I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating.
所以毛毛虫应该是对于山上的，那么
This plant seems to have...
哎，这就为了让它吃掉它，哎，然后它会发射，酷啊
This plant seems to have...
我懂了，酷。然后这个跟这个换， 这样？哎，不是啊，我想要说让它那样，然后它会吃它，然后它就会喷射。可是看来它只是这里吃，是不会喷射。那么这样呢？可是刚刚不就是这样？哦不，没有射到它，这样的差别的。
My word! It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious if I increased the strength of my attack.
跟这个好像没什么关系。好可爱。
It appears to have fallen no reaction.
所以身上没什么毒吗？哦，那是应该有关系啊。
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid. This plant seems... It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more.
我懂了。我想哦，这样，所以有关系啦，还是有关系。然后。
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
好有趣哦。棒。所以放置还是有关系的。
Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary.
哇，好聪明啊！
The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the colonial collection room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions. My analysis...
可是我还是觉得是通风管。圣心迪迦下手之前，偷偷提着我的前体移走。可是植物在圣心迪迦那哎。当然，他也可能偷了之后还回来，被圣心迪迦拿走。可是故意留在秋园，在等日后。没有，如果这个可以通的话，那这个也可以通。
This green, what?
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
为什么迟到？
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. Your father's death does...
Suspicious. Well, these Latin names. I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
可是哈米婶不是迟到了吗？
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. Then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor.
可是他不是倒在睡莲旁吗？
Thank you, young man.
穿过睡莲旁还是翻译问题？接下去找可爱米尔诺怀特小姐。
Can you tell me what...
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual. Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house.
I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
Thank you, miss.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
超嗨。对嘛？哎，藏着。 哦，所以是这种状况，所以不是放在通风口里，然后那个只是把毒气吸走的意思。可是他没事，要怎么吸入袍子？所以这个必须是1吗？如果这个是1，这个是2，不是吧？所以就是很理所当然的是，这个是1，这个是2。可是他要怎么吸入袍子？不是他为什么要怎么发作？是通风口的关系。
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died, not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system. The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
哦，我要去通风系统。哦，我懂了。他算准时间，然后他去通风系统做操作。我真的觉得不是什么圣心底家的人做的，因为他要很懂这里的设施或什么的。
The power is on. The engine cannot be stopped. The engine has started. The ventilation system is working.
怀特小姐，哦，对，他们都走了。真的是路痴哎！有可能是我根本就没在记。什么东西？ 哎。
Now we need to see if we can activate the fans from Mr. Hamish's and Albert's space.
是我拖太久了吗？还是其实我要再去其他地方观察？是不是从什么地方可以做什么手脚那样吗？好。
Harm how?
没看到什么东西啊？还是因为我刚刚迷路的关系？还是他们是一起工作？哦，哇，这里也有东西耶。
This is one of the out. This is.
所以沿着通风管走吗？这里应该可以哦。对啊，因为必须要怀疑他嘛。
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
所以他可以从这里跑出去的意思，或者是其他。
This is one of the outlets. From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
哦，他的意思是说这里看不到，所以在这里工作的他嫌疑会变小，因为他要看得到状况，所以他才可以抓准时机干那种事，不是吗？哦，我记得有一个地方可以清楚的看到 就是这里。就是这里没有通风管。哦，这里有窗户，而且还有控制。哦，控制杆是风扇，所以那边工作的地方也有。
Before I activate the fan,
对，这里可以看到
we can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
所以在这里工作的人非常有嫌疑。
Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
可是怀特那里的我是没有看到的。怀特那里我刚刚没有看到开关，但是也有可能是我没有注意到。是有怀特洗器嫌疑吗？哦，有控制法。
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
所以要2个人合作才可以吗？没有啊，一个转就可以。
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo.
可爱。
Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
他刚刚是说谁？他刚福尔摩斯刚说什么？他有特别说是谁跟谁？哦，工作的场合。可是，对，是他那里看得到，有可能怀特去他那边啊。哦，可是那个谁，那个什么舍的，他有不见一段时间，不是吗？没有啦，我们要逮捕他。这个是对话才会逮捕的吧？可是他还没有出现那个啊，所以他是先逮捕他吗？不会一逮捕就没有后续了吧？因为我们还有很多东西没有处理呢。希望那只是一个普通的对话。
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
逮捕，但是还没有结案，我可以找他去问话之类的，是吧？不要随随便便就结案，就算随便结案，他也会问我要不要就这样结案吧，所以一定会有回头路。照他之前的状况来讲的话，等等，我为什么觉得我好像要去查什么东西？算了，先算了。应该是没什么。好，我们先去审问。哦，所以他可以先连看，连出东西之后，然后审问。说不定目前也只有这个方向。敌着那么久才有人可以问。
Lock.
说你。
Mr. Holmes?
A very good day.
The inspector.
哦。
Inspector, I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of the murder of Montague Dunn.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to arrest him.
Very good. I shall wait to hear from you.
哈？可是他不是会问那个吗？所以应该只是问问题吧。为什么要坐马车？你要回去哪？你不会跟我讲我这样解了吧？还有很多东西没有问清楚，我也不确定。你希望他只是会问个问题。
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass
说不定他
house.
掰咯，
There's no need to
因为剧
hurry.
情这样讲，说不定他就掰了。完成了吗？抓住了吗？你说他在哪？温室。
Nursery.
让我猜猜他掰了没，或者是其他可疑的事情。线之前就有吗？哦，之前就有。可是我觉得没那么简单哦，他会不会给我们惊吓呢？哦，果然。
Holmes, my God!
Yes, we found him like that.
Our messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to
接下来
examine
要
it.
找谁害他？啊，我想了，我觉得是两个人合作要害人，或者是两个人有瓜葛，然后就是等等。然后他知道这个东西已经触发了，我先假想可能是这个人跟那个女的，然后女的怕那个男的被抓到，然后会把事情给说出来，然后就先把他给弄掉，那样，
The mark around the neck is very visible. The mark around the neck.
Holmes,
a club foot. Bravo, Watson. That is the key element of this case.
跟那个足迹有关系吗？ 我在想，真的有可能是那个女的把他给害死了，他不是自杀。他们两个都对植物有研究，所以那个男的对这个女的有意思是很正常的。其实他们都热爱一样的东西。我要找什么？我想到那个睡莲的。
The trace, these boot marks are fresh. The traces are thinner. These boot marks, the traces are thinner in some.
细小的黑色痕迹。
The trace.
对啊，所以是他害他。可是我真的觉得，应该是那个女的。 女的跟他有关系，我是这样想。可是为什么福尔摩斯说看到这个？他的意思是说，这样有可能没有办法上吊了，所以他才说。 有的解，那我要去案发现场看。这里不是案发现场吗？还是啊？所以不是从案发现场看的。
What should...
五角的人可以上去。
What should...
或者是根本就不是他干的，可是他要让我们怀疑说是他干的。可是自白跟那些东西有什么关系？该不会真的要这样的？为什么？ 把它抛走。哦，他要说他没有，哦，我懂了。自白跟角角，就是自白等于是他犯案，可是角角等于他不能犯案，所以两个接起来只是我想说角角可能等于是他不能上吊之类的，不能上吊跟不能犯案。 这代表不是他自杀，但是他杀。算了，反正目前状况是这样，没有办法跑走，因此我们必须找到他有足够的时间锁上。他有共犯吗？哦，跟我前面想那个有关系，就是那个女的。 我觉得是那个女的。可是那女的有办法让他上吊吗？所以有可能是他为了不要让那个女的被问出来，所以他自己弄，所以他们是真心相爱。当然了，我是女孩子，所以我想的戏会比较多一点。哎呦，我借过。
Something about this.
Why do you say that, Mr. Holmes?
Why? Because of Mr. Hamish's club foot. Oh, I deserve to be kicked from here to Charing Cross. I should have noticed it.
But, Mr. Holmes, I can't see why.
No, I don't suppose you do. You must recall that Mr. Dunn was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan situated above it, taking into consideration the condition of his foot.
Well, it is still possible.
Perhaps, but it is rather strange that such a person as Mr. Hamish decided to base his plan on the speed of his gait.
You mean to say that somebody helped him?
So the suicide is questionable?
Correct. Mr. Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so the investigation stops.
Possibly an accomplice, then? That idea had not occurred to me, Mr. Holmes.
I have another idea, Inspector. Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild the events as they took place that day.
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper case.
Precisely.
The map at the entrance of Kew Gardens should help us with our timeline.
Let us analyze the facts and statements, so that we may recreate the events of that morning.
哦，我喜欢。哦，绿色的配绿色的。只要照着做就好了。哦，是他们两个在交谈啦，不是跟老板在交谈。嗯？ 是不对了吗？因为他要在睡莲室啊。是错了。所以才会卡住。哦，10分钟后，哦，是这个的。20分，10点10分，不对啊，10点20分，10分钟后，所以是这个啊。9点39。去了后院10分钟后，10点的时候，艾伯特整个早上都待在狱中房。10点10分的时候，他看到哈米什拜访。左右，所以这样吗？所以每一格都要有东西。去了后院，10分钟后。这个小姐。哦，对啊，可是这样9点40没有东西啊，然后他觉得不对，而且这样9点50也要有东西，不是吗？什么东西在左右？他确定这个是在10点，所以没有问题。30左右，对啊，所以还是30。10点20的时候，可是他刚刚是画在这里，重新开始检查。干燥室。重新开始检查，所以代表前面都检查过哦，意思吗？不对，他说进来干燥室。应该是这个有问题。 对他们没有想说，10点20左右说去了后院，他是写左右啊，可是那我们可以把它估为10点20没错。马丁。停止时间吗？为什么？没有办法继续。大约10点20左右，10点20在这个，还是他翻译错了？不至于。哈利波特。哦，他的意思是说我要照着这个来吗？9点30的时候。然后他的意思说，这里他们要在 Spin House 持续防。记得好，英文不好，没关系，他这个应该是在告诉我。所以他是说这个证词有问题的意思吗？他的意思是说这个证词有问题，是不是？我的意思是说，他是说这个阶段是这个，可是事实上不是那样啊，要么就是翻译错，要么就是证词有问题。等等，错了，应该是他的意思说在这边他会先遇到他。 它是这个是这个，这个是什么？是。哦，那是后院的意思。是这样。然后9:50，他去了，他跟这个在。到他在救他，是他们。这样吗？这边错了，可是他看到他哎，是后院的话，那边是后院啊，所以对的。哦，等等，还有一个可能性。虽然还没有在干燥室啊，那里不是干燥室啊，所以他让他继续到干燥室。不是。这里现在是后院。这里是培育室，是后院。可是他们到后院是这一阶段，这里是培育室。所以是这里。然后育种，他们在育种房。对，应该是这样，这样没错。所以有证词是错误的。回到育种室啊。错了吗？还是还少什么？这样。也不对。难不成？ 这里是30分，他30分他回到狱中，然后可是他却是在10点10分哦，10点10分看到他拜访他回来。可是好像不是这个。可是不是这个啊，他写不是这个。有这样每一个都有东东哎。这里到底有什么问题？回到的狱总房，真的少了什么吗？所以他应该在这边吗？还是3个人都宰了他？不会吧？3个人都想宰他吗？对啊，他回到董事啊。可是他说这样也不对。这样就变分身术了。哎呦！等等，10点20分他去了后院，但是其实是在这里这一段。然后10分钟后灯开始检查，是后院但是最为干燥的热带是，所以是这样，应该是这样，应该是这样，应该是这样。对对对。 这里又有问题了，这时间点错了，我不知道是翻译错还是证词有人骗人。来，他这里的时候，所以我们已经到这边了吗？他这里的时候其实是9点多的时候，所以这里是9点。这是9点50分的时候，然后这里是10点没错，到了10点10，大概是10点30，预种房10点10分的时候，这里。是为什么我会把它放在20分的时候？是这样说。对呀，为什么把它放在那里呢？我可能猜，是不是有个什么烟雾还是什么的吧？有可能是乱放，反正应该是这样。他在工作室，所以照来讲，这个女的应该要在可以看得到的地方。这里，这边要放，哦，知道要放在10点30，我懂了。可是他在这里的话，这个是我们不确定的因素吧？意思是这样。因为我们不可能把它那样，所以，而且重点是，先不要管这个证词对不对？影片是这样告诉我们的，那是福尔摩斯的思考，所以而且证言也可能说谎言，所以应该是这样。所以我们是跟着福尔摩斯的脚步去走，然后最后是我们判断那样，不太是玩家自由度那样。
Let us summarize. Montague Dunn was poisoned inside the Colonial Collection Room. He forced open the door, which means that someone locked him inside there at 10:20. Martin Hamish was last seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time. Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door, more than enough time.
不是说20分钟吗？
Perfect, Watson. Now, let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunn.
我真的是个路痴哎！我的天啊！应该是睡莲室那里，我搞错。不对。他到底要我去哪里找他？不是我是路痴，而是他离开了这里吧。所以他的意思是说，我要搞清楚谁是谁，然后去找那个警探吗？可是他已经说。
Locked.
所以我要查清楚再去找他的意思。所以我们这个要对怀特有可能宰了他的。哦，是这样吗？这是他的嫌疑。其实我心里已经想好。 现在是艾伯特，艾伯特的时间轴有可能，可是这两个我已经配过了。我觉得非常有可能。所以我要找到另外一个东西可以把它关掉，就是它没有办法。就想说他们合作啊。有足够时间，但是东西还不够多。这两个盒，哦，可是全部都齐了。哦，是哦，我的天哪！为什么要把？可是我真的觉得那个有点很可疑耶。他是有读过，可是我不认为是他。先到这里好了。